Welcome back. In this video, let's see about installation of exam software. Before entering into main content, let's see what happens when we open a HTML file in browser and a PHP file in a browser. See here, while opening PHP file in browser, this happens. This is because PHP is a server-side scripting and we need a host for PHP files to be rendered. For this tutorial, we will use exam software for this purpose. To download it, open any browser, search for exam download. And then click on the first link. And click download button. It will start the direct download. Once it downloaded, open the file. This pop-up appears because it is a warning that exam software should not be installed in C drive. Choose any other drive to install exam software. Just click OK for this warning. Click Next. XAMPP provides various applications like Apache, MySQL, FileZilla, Tomcat, PHP, Perl, etc. Then click Next. Change the installation path. It can be anywhere, but it should not be in C drive. Just I am installing in D drive. Click Next. I choose the language, obviously it's English. And click Next. And click Next. The example is installing. It will take few minutes to install. It is the pop-up from Windows Firewall for Apache server. Just click Allow Access to get more features on Apache server. And then installation is finished. This will how XAMPP software look like. XAMPP provides Apache server in which we can host our PHP files and MySQL database where we can store our data. Click Start for a host server on Apache, and the server is hosted on port 80. Click Start on MySQL for the purpose of database, and go to the browser and type localhost. Click Enter and this will appear. This page appears because of there are already some PHP file present by default when XAMPP is installed. And here is the most important thing. Our PHP file should be in htdocs folder to execute it. Just open htdoc. See here, by default there are some PHP files. Because of it only the web page looks like that. Just delete all the files from here. And again open the browser. See here, like this only it appears. Now let's see what happens when we run the same files from localhost. First let me copy HTML file from the desktop folder to the htdocs folder. Paste it here. Go to the browser and type localhost. See here, the files present in the htdocs folder will appear here. Now let's see what happened when we run the PHP file from localhost. Just copy the file from there and paste it in htdocs. sample.php file. Open browser. Like this only it will be appearing. Click on the file to see the output. And see here, when we run the file from the localhost, the PHP file is executed. Next up, we will see about creating databases and tables from MySQL. Open the browser and type localhost/phpMyAdmin. This page will be opened. On the left side, click New for creating new database. Enter the database name here. For example, let's enter it as school and click on the create button to create the database, and database is created. See on the left side, the school database is created. To create a table in it, let's do it with create table statement, which we learned yesterday. Go to the SQL tab and here type the query for creating new table. Just type create table name, let's give it as users, and inside it we have to give the fields for the table. First let's create register number RNO, and it is integer data type, and register number should be unique, so it is primary key, and then space, we can give it as auto increment. The registration number is auto incremented when we add a new data to it. The next field is username, and its data type is varchar, and size let's give it as 255. And the next one is password, and obviously its data type also varchar, and give size as 255, and then close the table. Click on the go button to execute this query. See here, table is created. To view the table, click on the table in the left side, and that's how empty table appears with the specified field, registration number, username and password. To add data into table, let's make use of insert query. Go to the SQL tab and type the query here. Insert into table name, that is users, values, registration number as 1, username as admin, and password as admin. Click on the go button to execute this query, and the data is inserted into the table. Okay, to see the table, once again click on the left side. The data we have entered is inserted into the table. Next we will see about select statement. To view the table data, type select star from users. The data from the table will be appearing. We have just having one entry and it is appearing. You can practice here everything what we have learned yesterday. And that's all for this video. Thank you. Happy learning.